Developed by NG Systems, Alphard is the newest mecha. The Ox-1 multi-lock missile is a mix between Falcon's and Skyraider's missile launcher. It dispenses 12 light missiles that will home in on multiple targets within your lock-on range. However, these missiles can be inaccurate. They fly in an arc, and the closer you are to your target, the more likely they are to miss. For the best results, try to measure the distance and put about 400 meters or more between your target and yourself. Speaking of flying, Alphard does, and it's a wild bronco. The Ox-2 assault thrusters use a separate energy gauge, just like Aquila, making energy management a lot easier. You can strafe off to the side like a melee boost, and also evade lock-on like a Falcon. When activated, your max range increases by 150 meters, and your reticle size also dramatically increases to Stego-like sizes, making it possible to actually hit your targets as you fly by them at hilariously stupid fast speeds. The Ox-3 Electro Trail is a very unusual weapon. It can only be used while thrusters are engaged, and that alone makes it difficult to aim with. It deals direct physical damage, roughly equal to 2 basic melee swings, and it can hit multiple targets in its flight path. It staggers targets, disables lock-on, and shuts down utility drones. So Lumine and Panaka heals, and Hurricane and Welkin barriers will be disabled when this missile hits its target. Just like the Auxiliary 1 multi-lock missiles, the Electro Trail likes to fly in a curve, so it's best to launch it from as far away as possible, with that distance being about 600 meters, so aim for that. As emphasized earlier, Alphard only has 2 speeds, stop and go. As a result, the Ox-1 and Ox-3 missiles are hard to aim with while flying, but you can technically slow down your rush by side shuffling to the left and right. Just like the melee boost, side shuffling doesn't cost energy, and the distance that would have been covered going forward is now redirected off to the sides, giving you extra space and time to line up your missiles for the perfect shot. And in a really bad situation, like getting boxed by Welkin, you can use the same side shuffle to buy yourself time and make yourself a really annoying fly that they just can't quite swat. Alphard's primary weapons are the autocannons and rocket pods, similar to Falcon and Stego. Their range is roughly 450 meters and are straightforward to use, capable of pumping out solid DPS, comparable to Stego and Aquila. The rocket pods can be fired at faster speeds when used together with the assault thrusters, but obtains no further benefits than that. Alphard's mobility and feathered defenses make it much more like a skirmisher like a Falcon, even though it's capable of dealing DPS rates equal to Stego. On the actual battlefield, you should do your best to always maintain at least 450 meters between you and your target. But this is what will keep Alphard alive and kicking, constantly blasting your enemies off balance and keeping the opposing team on their toes.